Okay, I'm going to show you the steps you need to use to solve a long division problem. I've written the steps that I follow when I solve long division problems. And usually I write these steps: divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. I usually write these steps in the margin of my paper whenever I'm doing long division problems. And that way I have a guide to help me through in case I get stuck. And sometimes I'll just abbreviate it with a D for divide, M for multiply, subtract, an S for subtract, and then a B with an arrow instead of the bring down. So just like a B with an arrow for bring down. And then using that abbreviation for all of them, I can, if I get stuck ever, I can figure out the problem. So our first step is to divide 54 by 3. So I'm going to rewrite this so I can solve it using the divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down method. So I have 54 divided by 3. Now, in addition to understanding the steps to solve this problem, I also think it's important to understand what this problem means, the concept of dividing 54 by 3. So let's pretend you had 54 cookies and you wanted to divide them evenly by 3 people. So let's say you had 3 bags, and basically what this problem is saying is that you had 3 bags and you have 54 cookies, and you want to figure out how many cookies can you put into each of these bags so that each bag has the same amount, so the cookies are evenly divided. So if you're going to give these to 3 friends, each friend would end up feeling great and not cheated because they have the same amount of cookies as your other friends. So that's kind of the concept behind 54 divided by 3. Now let's go through these steps: divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down to solve this problem. So I have a new sheet of paper, so on the margin let me write D for divide, M for multiply, S for subtract, and B and an arrow for bring down. And I'll rewrite this problem now. 54 divided by 3. So I need to figure out this 3, how many times it evenly fits into this 5, or 3 times what is 5, or a little bit less than 5. So I know that 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. 6 is 1 more than 5, so 3 times 2 won't fit evenly into 5. It'll be too much. So 3 times 1, I'll try that. So I've just divided. So then now I'm going to multiply. So 1 times 3 is 3. And I write that 3 there. Now I'm going to subtract. So 5 minus 3 is 2. And my next step is to bring down. So the next digit over from the 5 is this 4, and I'm just going to bring that straight down, and this 2 then becomes 24. You might think, oh no, like what do I do next? Well, let's go over to our steps. We just brought down. Now let's go back up to the beginning, and we keep doing these steps until we're left with 0 or a remainder. So let's divide again. So we have 24 divided by 3. So we need to think, how many times can 3 fit evenly into 24? Or 3 times what is 24, or a little bit less than 24? I know 3 times 8 is 24. So I'm going to go ahead and write the 8 up here. And I write this above the 4 because that's the digit that I brought down. So I divided. Now I need to multiply. 8 times 3 is 24. My next step is subtract. So 24 minus 24 is 0. Now I'm left with zeros here, and I don't have anything else to bring down, so I'm done with the division part. But I need to check my answer to make sure that I'm right. So I use the inverse operation to see that I'm correct. So I'm going to multiply 18, and I'm going to multiply that by 3. And if I get 54 as the answer, I know that I have divided correctly. So let's try that and see how we did. 18 times 3. So 3 times 8 is 24. So I put the 4 down, carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So I have 54 here and 54 here. So these match, so I know that I got the right answer. Yay!